Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is time to pick my July hopefuls, to shut my shelves. It's a weird one this month, so I guess let's just jump into it. So all of my books are still in purgatory in the guest room while we work on the book nook. So I don't really have any physical copies of books to show you because
frankly, I don't care enough to go digging through the piles right now.
I had a very long week at work. I will find the books when I need to. I decided that since this is a weird month and that all my books are in purgatory, we were going to do something a little bit different. I went on my Instagram and I asked you guys to help me pick 12 books. I tried to do pairings, this or that pairings, where the books were similar and in terms of genre or theme or whatever. And you guys helped me pick 12 books. So we're going to go through those 12 books, but we're also going to go through some of my regular stuff, like, you know, my TBR Lowdown Picks. So let's stop, take a second. If you are watching this and you enjoy book hauls and unboxings and weirdos with green hair who talk about books all the time, you know, click like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and drop a comment and just say hello, because hi. Nice to meet you. I've had a few new subscribers. I appreciate you all being here. We do have some news. I am a Hello Lovely Box rep now. This is some of my old school stuff. I have a rep package coming. I'm a rep for the second half of the year. And this is, I don't know if they even sell these anymore. I think there's still a toddler's like t-shirt available, but these they came out with when RBG died. And they are We Are the Revolution RBG sweatshirt, t-shirt. They had all that, so I absolutely love it. It's one of my OG favorite Hello Lovely Box things. I think it's the first thing I ever bought from them, and then it just sparked like a whole obsession. You will see as these shirts and mugs and things come out over videos and over the next 6 months on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. You will see that this obsession has been growing and is only going to get worse now that I'm repping for them. But anyway, it's Nurse15 for 15% off. I'll leave a link down below, and you can go shopping. Go shopping. Find things you love. Just spoil yourself, because you deserve it. You beautiful creature, you. Let's jump into the shop your shelves, and we'll start first off with the TBR Lowdown Picks. The first pick for the month is Sorrowland by River Solomon, which is in true River Solomon's fashion. It's beautiful and weird and wonderful. At least that's what everybody who read it as an ARC that I know told me, and I'm excited. We're excited. It is our main pick. It is, the cover is stunning, as you can see, and Vern, 7 months pregnant and desperate to escape the strict religious compound where she was raised, flees for the shelter of the woods, where she gives birth to twins and plans to raise them far from the influence of the outside world. But even in the forest, Vern is a hunted woman, forced to fight back against the community that refuses to let her go. She unleashes incredible brutality far beyond what a person should be capable of, her body racked by inexplicable and uncanny changes. To understand her metamorphosis and to protect her small family, Vern has to face the past and, more troubling, the future outside the woods. Finding the truth will mean uncovering the secrets of the compound she fled, but also the violent history in America that produced it. So, yes, we need to read this. And then our backlist book is a wonderful book by Jose Saramago called Blindness, which I have talked about a couple times on this channel before, but I have never actually finished. I've started most of it. It is also a movie. It is a translated work from Portuguese, and it is basically about this city where everyone just randomly goes blind. People just start going blind, and nobody knows what to do to fix it. Well, it's deeply disturbing, but also beautiful. And it says, as blindness reclaims the age-old story of a plague, it evokes the vivid and trembling horrors of the 20th century, leaving readers with a powerful vision of the human spirit that's bound both by weakness and exhilarating strength. So I'm super excited to read this book finally in its entirety, and perhaps we will also do a watch party if we can find it on Netflix. We will do a watch party. If we can't do a watch party, we'll be mad at Netflix. Ideally, that's what we're thinking. I'm also reading, I finished, it's already July 3rd and I finished Lore and Lust, which is a vampire, queer, male romance, paranormal romance. And I am going to start book 2 because I really enjoy Nino and Haru. I think that they are scrumptious. I just love them. So I want to know more. And I want to know more about The Vanishing. I want to know all of it. So the second book is The Vanishing, Lore and Lust book 2. This is by Carla Nicole, and I really love it. Give me all the paranormal romance. I hope you are enjoying both the additional ASMR of the ASMR rooms, because I love ASMR rooms. Plus it also is pouring rain outside, so I figured I'd just amp it up. Enjoy. And I'm also reading currently. This arc arrived in the mail like 2 days ago, and I started reading it. I'm 100 pages in. I absolutely love it. It's The Death of Jane Lawrence. It is a gothic horror romance, and it's a little bit like Crimson Peak, if you've ever seen that Guillermo del Toro movie, plus some Rebecca, plus some Jane Eyre, and I guess somebody says Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norwell, but that book, I don't even remember. I read that whole book. I gave it to the little free library because it's too long and I did not understand the point of it once I got towards the end of it. But anyway, it has got all the great creepy vibes. Like, you've got like this creepy house, which, you know, our main character, she's not supposed to really be there, but she ends up there. There's mysteries. She's married. He's lovely, but also, is he lovely? I don't know. Does he have secrets? He's a physician too, so you get like a little bit of body horror, but not in like body horror, but like more like gross medical body horror. Oh, I actually just want to get through filming everything I have to film today so that I can just read more of this and deal with editing tomorrow, because so good. It's out in October. Perfect timing for this book. I hope it stays this good, because I still have another like 250 pages left. So it could take a turn for the worst. But right now at page 100, your girl's loving it.
I almost forgot. I am also joining Jess Owens, who does book community here on YouTube. She just started this month a new nonfiction book club. And we all know that I love nonfiction, and that is something that I've grown to love as I've been on this whole like booktube, Instagram journey, is this love of nonfiction and how important nonfiction is. And anyway, so the first book she's kicking off the book club with is Conflict is Not Abuse by Sarah Schulman. I'll leave a link to the Twitter feed down below, so you can go to join the Discord if you want to do more things.
Is that something in English?
If you want to join and read and yada yada. I found it on my Hoopla as an audiobook, so I'm definitely going to be listening to it. But it's definitely an interesting topic to be discussing. The subtitle is Overstating Harm, Community Responsibility, and the Duty of Repair. It's something that talks about blame and cruelty and scapegoating and manipulation, and how all those things can sort of undermine our ability to achieve our actual goals for change and being a better people, being a better nation, being a better, what have you. So I'm actually really excited to read that. It's an interesting pick that I've never heard of, so I'm like, yes, let's go for it. And obviously, because it's Jess Owens, and she's like a super growing, like amazing creator here in the booktube space. This book club is really like, it's big. Like, there's a lot of people in it, so it should be really interesting for discussions. I love the ability of bigger YouTubers to actually help us make better changes in the world, I guess is my point. Using your influence to actually encourage people to educate themselves and learn more and become better people. Like, I love that. So I'm here for this, and I will support this. And this is something I truly believe in myself. So I'm like, yes, I will support this large creator doing this wholeheartedly. And I'm excited to see how this club goes and the journey and all that. So yeah, go down below if you if you want to read it too, if you want to join, if you just want to lurk and then maybe sometimes read, you know, I'm really excited. Yeah, anyway, I forgot that. That's also a book I'm reading.
On to the 12 books that you guys picked for me. It's actually 13, and you'll see why shortly. So, the first pairing, boop, boop, Written in the Stars and One Last Stop. And of course, you guys picked One Last Stop. I'm not upset by this. I only have this on audiobook, but I will listen to it. I've never read Red, White, and Royal Blue, so I have no idea if I even like Casey McQuiston's writing, but I know that lots of people absolutely adore the writing, so I will see how I feel when I'm done with One Last Stop. I'm still going to read Written in the Stars at some point because I just want to read that stupid book and I don't know why I haven't. So, do I need to summarize One Last Stop? I feel like everybody has read this. I'm assuming it's a female-female romance. I think there's some bi rep in it. I could be really wrong there, but I guess I'll. I know that there has been some mild controversy about the book and about some of the Asian rep in the book, and I guess since I'm going to be reading it, I will let you guys know what I think about it once I have it all in context. It's one thing I don't like is when we have controversies and people pick out a line in a book, and just not to say that the people that are upset are invalid. I think that if you're upset by something, that's totally valid. But oftentimes I kind of like, my brain wants to see the whole context so that I understand everything. But before I jump down anybody's throat or go crazy. So you have a cynical 23-year-old who's moving to New York, thinking about cinematic love, yada yada, and then that she meets a girl on the train, and then says that this is a magical, sexy, big-hearted romance where the impossible becomes possible as August does everything in her power to save the girl lost in time. So is there like a little bit of, oh, I guess somebody's like literally displaced from 1970. Oh, is there like little magical realism in this? That could be fun. All right. Anyway, so I'm excited for that. That's a good choice. I think you guys did good with that one. So, or well, you know, if you want to speak English correctly. Next up, I had two memoirs that I asked you guys to choose from, and like overwhelmingly, you guys picked The Glass Castle, which I don't know a lot about, but my stepmother gave it to me before I left their house a few months ago. And I know that people like it. I think is there some controversy with this one as well? I don't know. Seeing Ghost is also very good and it is coming out soon, or sounds very good and is coming out soon, by Kat Chow. But I guess you wanted me to read the popular one, so here we are. So it's a tender, moving tale. This is The Glass Castle, of unconditional love in a family that, despite its profound flaws, gave the author the fiery determination to carve out a successful life on her own terms. Sorry, my throat is just like, I don't know what's going on with me. Looks like we got some alcoholism in here. All right, I'll do it. I mean, I'm gonna do it. You guys told me to read it, so, but, all right. The next pairing. Oh, this one I was very torn on. So, I asked you guys to choose between The Lights of Prague and The Black-Tongued Thief, both of which I'm going to read at some point. They both just sound so good. And you guys chose The Lights of Prague, which is if you saw my last book haul, it is a paranormal fantasy, queer fantasy. And sorry, like I have to read this. Like, do I need to say any more? I do not. I still do not need to say any more. So that's 3. I also asked you to choose between a couple, I believe these are both YA sort of retellings or reimaginings of classic stories. So I asked you to pick between Lore and The Wolf and the Woodsman. And this was close for a really long time, but eventually Lore did edge out. I do have Lore as an ARC that I never read, and thank you. You will be helping my NetGalley score when I finish this. It is a reimagining of ancient Greek myths, I believe. I've heard that it's a little bit complicated because it has so many characters, but there is apparently a very good glossary of characters in the back that helps you understand everything. But I guess they're in New York City, and I think there's like some sort of hunt or something. Like every year the gods show up on Earth and have to like hunt each other down or something, and so you get this sort of urban fantasy mixed with Greek mythology thing going on, which sounds really cool if you ask me. So I'm excited to finally actually get to that. It's embarrassing how my NetGalley list looks. Sorry, NetGalley. Next up, this one was hot. This was a hot pairing. The Blackwater Sisters, which I really, really want to read, and In the Ravenous Dark. Like seriously, all day this was like 50%, 42, 58, 50, 50, 50. It went back and forth all freaking day, and it finally settled out at In the Ravenous Dark. I did get an audiobook copy of the book, so I will listen to it. If I enjoy it, I will buy myself a hard copy. It is supposed to be very dark, very queer, and I'm here. I don't know if you notice, I like dark books. I like queer books. I like dark queer books. It says a pansexual blood mage reluctantly teams up with an undead spirit to start a rebellion among the living and the dead. Mic drop. Like, I'll read that. Like, I don't. What more do I need to know? Also, my friend Gabby really liked it, and we have similar taste in fantasy. Ooh, this was also a favorite one I liked watching, and it took a long time for this to win this strongly. But again, this is one of those ones that I don't have it, but I think I have the book on Kindle Unlimited, so I can get it for free. So it was Diver's Heart by K.A. Knight, who is the lady who wrote Den of Vipers, and book 2 of the Big Blue Alien series, which I'm going to read anyway, but I'm going to prioritize Diver's Heart. Anyway, so Diver's Heart sounds like it is a dark, kinky, reverse harem mermaid story. I almost don't want to know what it is, because the more I know, the less I'm going to want to read it probably. We are probably going to vlog this pairing, because if there is a reverse harem mermaid story happening, we are vlogging that experience. We will also be vlogging the centaur romance. Don't you worry, friends. If you saw that in my stories, your girl is trying to find the perfect centaur romance, and we are going to vlog that experience. Yes, did you know there's a whole world of centaur romance? Yes, there is. There's a whole world. I don't know how it works. How does it work? I have so many questions, and why does it exist? We're going down that road. But anyway, Diver's Heart, that's what we're reading this month. In the sort of classic reading area, I did ask you to choose between Kindred by the wonderful Octavia Butler and The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. And again, this was another one of those hotly contested ones. You went back and forth all day which one I was going to read, and it finally settled out on Kindred. So I'm super, super excited to finally read some Octavia Butler. And I've only heard amazing things about 1, all of her writing, and 2, especially especially Kindred. So I am here for it. Again, I will still be reading all the books you guys did not pick, just probably not in July. So we'll see. This one, I am less excited about all of these. I'm a little hesitant about your choice. So I asked you to choose between We Were Liars and All the Girls. And I don't know which one of these is a better book, but I have heard some conflicting things on We Are Liars. And I know that there are a lot of people that really love this book. And I know there are people that I respect and have similar taste in books as, I think that's English, that hates this book. So I'm curious. I'm curious to see how this goes. What I know is that I think there's a death. I think it's sort of like somebody dies, a bunch of kids kind of hide it. It's like that kind of storyline, like I Know What You Did Last Summer kind of storyline. And I'll see if I like it. I just hope I like the kids, and it's not like The Secret History where I was like, I freaking hate everybody in this book. I don't care about your pretentious pieces of shit. Anyway. I asked you guys to choose between some nonfiction books as well. The Warmth of Other Suns by Isabella Wilkerson, which I really do want to read. And Trevor Noah's Born a Crime. You guys, all day it was like Trevor Noah just was edging out all day. So I guess I'm reading his little like nonfiction memoir about his life growing up in South Africa. And I don't actually know a ton about South Africa other than like really basic things and keywords, and I need to understand a little bit more of that struggle. So I'm really excited to go into this one. This was another there were a lot. I kind of kicked myself a little when I realized how like head to head a lot of these got, because you guys had a hard time picking some of these, and Malibu Rising versus The Great Alone was another like all day back and forth 50-50, and like one would come a little bit above, and then like you would just like all day it was oscillating, and finally Malibu Rising went out. I am still going to read The Great Alone. As I keep saying, I'm going to be reading all these books, but you guys really want me to read Malibu Rising, so I guess I'm reading Malibu Rising. All I know is it's like family drama. I think it's set like it's set with like surfing as a main part of the storyline, and it's in like Malibu, obviously, in California. So, and I think it's in like the 70s, 60s or 70s. So, I mean, it's fun. I do enjoy Taylor Jenkins Reid's her writing, and I like that she always kind of does something a little different. She's always refreshing her style a little bit, but I don't know, we'll see. I've heard The Great Alone is like knock your socks off, so you guys may have chose poorly, but maybe you didn't. We'll see. I asked you to choose between a couple other classics, and I asked you to choose between The Remains of the Day by Kazuo Ishiguro and East of Eden by John Steinbeck. I'm a little bit hurt because I really wanted to read Remains of the Day, and y'all pick East of Eden. Why did y'all pick East of Eden? Am I gonna know when I read it why you guys picked that over Remains of the Day? Is it just because you want my ass to read a giant book? Is that what it is? Like, anyway, so I guess I'm reading East of Eden for the first time ever, and we're just gonna see if I like it. That's all we can do. And then finally, I asked you to choose between two YA fantasies, and you couldn't choose. So I'm literally reading both of them. I've already started The Princess Will Save You by Sarah Henning. Next week, or on the 6th, I think is Tuesday. Yeah, on the 6th, the second book, The Queen Will Kill You, will be out. I do have a hard copy of that as well. Thank you, Tor. And also thank you, Tor, because I have a copy of the latest book in the Witchland series, but you guys couldn't choose between The Princess Will Save You and Truth Witch. So I guess I'm starting two new YA fantasy series from Tor this month. So thanks guys. So I'm actually reading 13 books. So hopefully I enjoy them, and hopefully I can get through them all, because you had to pick some of the chunky ones, didn't you, my friends? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm sorry I don't have all the books to show up for you. I will get my ass in gear at some point. I really don't enjoy finding all these graphics and layering them in. It's so much more work, but purgatory. My books are in purgatory, so I need to get my butt in gear. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've made it this far, leave down below rainy days, and I never know what to put, and I will hop on and say hello. Don't forget to like and subscribe. There is a Ko-fi link if you'd like to support the channel that way. That's downstairs. That's down in my description. It's downstairs in the description. Anyway, I need to stop. I need some tea. I need something. I need to walk the dogs. My mouth is not working anymore. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video, whatever that may be, because it's my channel and I can do whatever I want. Ciao.
So just sit with me, talking to the night until the morning, building chemistry. I don't think I ever wanna go come closer next to me, trying to find another way to say this.